Good day, guys. Unknown Prophet Fred Watkins coming on with another word from the Father. I love the way he gives these words. Before we start, this is coming to you on a Wednesday, and Thursday is live. Just remember that we do have a live going tomorrow night, and it is designated as being a Q&A with communion. So if you're interested, get your communion together and be ready to take communion with us. I do believe that taking communion all over the world, so to speak, with the Father at a particular time is a blessing to him. I know it's a blessing to us to do it, but I believe it blesses him tremendously. So with that in mind, come join us tomorrow night, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, in the evening, not morning. This word that I'm picking up here was given to me on the 20th of this month, October the 20th, 2025. And I'm bringing it to you on the 29th, October the 29th, 2025. And I titled it, Problems Can Strengthen or Destroy. The vision as I watched became a single palm tree on a beach, just standing beautifully, and then suddenly it began to be blown in the wind. As the wind picked up, it bent more and more under the impact, and the waves were growing fiercer and fiercer, like that, fierce and wild. The vision shifted, and there was a volcano that was sitting there just smoking. As I watched, it began to erupt, and the lava began to spew from the top. It was running down the side. Another shift, and there was a small white church with a cross on top. There was a small group of people out in front, and they were all looking at something. The scene opened enough for me to see or to know that the volcano was what they were looking at. They all went to their knees and lifted their hands in prayer. The scene changed, and they were all clapping and dancing and lifting their hands to God, for the eruption had stopped. Another scene shifted, and I saw many people dancing and partying in what looked like a feast and a luau. Another shift, and it was back to the church, and all of the people were inside worshiping and praying and praising God. The vision ended. I asked the Father if that was all, and he said yes. He said, now let me speak to it. The first vision was just what it appeared to be. At first it was a quiet time on the beach with the tree standing tall. And then a storm came. The tree was buffeted and bent, and waves grew rough in the wind as the wind blew. It was a heavy storm, but not one which did any damage to anything. It simply caused discomfort. Then a shift to the volcano. At first, it was simply a part of the landscape to be seen and admired as an attraction, until it began to erupt. As it did, I showed you a church of my people who were right in the area that the lava flow was headed to. They all prayed, and the eruption stopped. No more lava headed toward them, and they were all praising me and thanking me. The next scene that I showed you was a luau that was taking place on the island as though nothing had happened. In the flesh, the party must go on. But there were those who knew what had taken place and had seen my hand stop the volcano and were giving me praise and thanksgiving for my saving of their church and stopping the volcano, as well as saving much of the rest of the island. Hear me now, son. There is much that takes place in your lives that is a storm of some magnitude. It will cause things to be blown and whipped around and waves to rise up and pound your shores. But it will not be detrimental to anything. It will not cause any damage, only cause an unpleasant time. These storms will pass and nothing will be the worse for them. But there can be those things in your lives that sit as did the volcano and are recognized but do not seem to be of any danger. There are times, however, when they will surprise you and suddenly become something that is indeed dangerous. And when they erupt in your life, you should be taking stock of what they may damage as soon as you see they have become violent. That is when you and those involved will need to drop to your knees and pray. Get me involved and bring me into the midst of it. I will know what's going on anyway. But I have told you that you are my hands and feet here on earth, and I respond to your prayers for action and help. Yes, I can stop a volcano from erupting. Will I do it every time you ask? No, but I will hear you, and I will move to protect my people. Those on the island knew about the storm, and they all knew about the volcano. Many wondered at the sudden ceasing of the eruption, but they never questioned why. They were too busy having a party and enjoying themselves in the flesh. Too busy to question if I had been involved in it at all. However, with my people at the church who had prayed, that was not the case. They knew what had happened. They knew that if they had not been a part of it, the end results would have not been the same. But the end results at this point were no damage to the island and no damage to their church, my church. Their party was to celebrate me and come to my house and be with me. What have I shown you with this? I have shown you the two ways that most people usually respond to something that will cause a problem in their lives. One group will look at the situation as it develops, as with the storm and with the volcano. And if it never hurts them or causes them discomfort, they will simply walk on with their lives, seeking to enjoy themselves without knowing what they have just missed. The other group will see the problems and will face them and will join together with others to pray and seek my help. They know my presence and they know that I care and that I do respond. Many times it will not be as pronounced as it was with the volcano, but they have learned to trust me even when it appears I am not responding. This last group are those who will stand strong when things begin to get tough. They have learned through practice that I am here whether they see me or not. They are the strength of the church, the strength of the family, and the strength of the nation. The first group, when hit hard by a hard time and something they don't understand, will be the ones who collapse and give up at the first sign of a struggle. They will be cursing me because I am not making it easy for them. They have been so busy having a good time and enjoying themselves that they have no strength to stand strong with me. And many don't even know me except as a name which they will scream out and curse when I don't care for them like newborn babies. Does this mean I don't love them? No, it doesn't. But if a support is weak, I can prop it up, but it will simply give away again and fall over. The more you walk through hard times and overcome problems with me, the stronger your faith will become. Many times you will have to look back to see where my hand was. But those who know me will see it, and they will know I was there. Do I lay hard times and problems on you to cause you to become strong? No, I don't. But I will use those things in life that you encounter to cause you to grow and become strong if you walk with me. Remember, I walk with you because I love you and choose to, not because I have to. That's the word of the Lord for today. I pray it touches and blesses somebody. I pray we all learn from what the Father speaks to us. And so for now, my friends, God bless you, and good Lord willing, the creek don't rise between now and tomorrow, and we got a nor'easter blowing, so it might rise a little bit, but I don't think it'll rise that much. We will see you tomorrow night, or I will be talking to you more on Saturday. God bless you. Love you guys.